Hello, hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If you're new here, what a first video for you. If you're not new here, we're going to be doing things a little bit different today. I need to get ready for work, so you'll be seeing me apply all of the products, but I'm going to be doing a voiceover because there's something important that I want to share, and I wanted to make sure that I touched on all of the points that I wanted to, so it's best if written and then read to you. I just want to make sure I hit all the important parts. This is going to be a fun one. So we're going to cover kind of where I've been, what's been going on, so that we can kind of jump into the year recap with that context, and then also jump into what the plan is on my channel for next year with some context. That said, all of the products will be listed and linked down below. That said, let's dive right in. I want to start this out from the beginning, which is advocacy. I have been advocating for my health for some time now. For context, I began with my mental health at the age of 17, allergies at the age of 22, and my overall physical health at the age of 25, when everything just fell apart at the seams. I start this conversation here because it's important to understand what self-advocacy in the medical system can be and how it impacts everything in someone's life. There have been times in these years that it became too overwhelming with tests, appointments, and conversations that resulted in frustration and tears. And because of that, I did give up and rest, but always knowing that my pursuit of answers were worth digging deep and finding the strength, courage, and vulnerability to keep searching, asking questions, and pushing forward. That said, my channel has been fluctuating and random at best with new videos these past months. And even as I edited, I was slowly watching myself drown in daily life, unable to keep my head above water, beyond just posting YouTube videos. To me, it's obvious in the progression or lack of videos, and I knew what needed to be done, even if it was the last thing I wanted to do. And that was to restart my self-advocacy for answers. Which leads us to today. Through a long journey, we can cover it another time, I was armchair diagnosed sometime in July and officially diagnosed by an evaluation at the end of August. I am a 32-year-old late diagnosed autist, specifically autism level 1. As you can imagine, this turned my world upside down. I was flooded with revelations and days of joyful tears that I had finally found an answer. Autism, frankly, wasn't even on my radar at the time, but it has made sense of my health struggles and my existence as a person. Now, autism has a long and interesting history that's woven with not-so-great people, moments, and ideologies that have been dangerous and have negatively impacted many lives through its course. Because of that, I want to make something very clear. Although as it concerns myself, I'm okay with however anyone wants to respond to me sharing this. If you catch yourself thinking someone is not autistic enough, or that everyone is being diagnosed these days, or even everyone is a little on the spectrum, I want you to sit with those statements and ask yourself, why are those your immediate thoughts? Could it be that you're holding on to stereotypes? Could it be that you don't want the person in question to have something that you view as less than? Or is diving into that topic too emotionally draining for you? It's important to recognize the internal bias and also to consider that it is dangerous to be dismissive to someone sharing something that even in today's time, albeit much safer than in the past, is seen in such a misled and often negative light. It's important to meet this vulnerability with your own and be willing to ask questions and listen. All that said, it's not my plan, nor do I want to be, an authority on this topic. However, I am more than happy to share my personal experience, and it's important for me to always acknowledge and to share with you that the saying is true. If you've met one autistic person, you've met one. We are all different in our needs, our thoughts, our presentation, and essentially everything else, hence the spectrum. I will list some resources down below if you have questions. But know that I can only share my own experience, and we can dive deeper into this, but for today, I'll leave that there. Another topic I'd like to address is to remember that this new wave of diagnoses is not only because science and psychological fields are catching up to the era of ways of the past, but these people are advocating for themselves, many in situations that are unfavorable at best. Self-advocacy is often overlooked or marked as hypochondriac-like, when I can tell you firsthand it is one of the hardest things to self-inflict and to continue to fight through until you receive answers. It's also uncovering things about yourself you'll never be prepared to work through, but many of us continue to climb those hills far after a diagnosis or an answer is reached. Every person diagnosed should receive the support they need in whatever capacity it looks like, and as mentioned before, it will look vastly different person to person. But back to advocacy. This is my love letter to those of you on your own journey, especially when seeking answers to invisible symptoms, invisible pain, or invisible struggles. Take those breaks when you need to, but remember to keep fighting and advocating for yourself because you are worth it. You are worth answers. And to surround yourself with people who understand or support you. I want you to know that you are not alone, and my heart goes out to each and every single person trudging through this murky path forward in life. Your courage and strength is to be admired and held with love. And also try to remember that while this journey is yours and yours alone, and you don't owe explanations or teaching someone every step, that there are people going through similar things and communities do exist for you. The people who understand and the people who may not understand but still support you are indispensable. It may take some time to find those people, but this channel is a haven, and know that my heart is full knowing that we've built that together. Now that I've droned on, I want to explain that I share this today to give you some context of who I am as a person, and maybe it also gives context to why things may or may not work for me. It also provides context to what's been going on with and what is going to happen to my channel, which leads me to this. As much as I love makeup and creating looks, as much as I love sharing my favorite products at the moment, or things that frustratingly didn't work, even though the internet was ablaze with its praises. More than anything, I set out for my channel to be a place to hold space for anyone seeking it, and to also provide practical and helpful tips I've learned throughout my life for beauty and wellness, in the hopes that either of those would help someone, even if it's just to let you know it's okay to use Grape toothpaste as a grown-up. That is why Beauty Strategy series has always held a very special place in my heart, even if it's not algorithm friendly. What I've decided is I won't stray from that. And with this new understanding of myself, I now have the language to provide context to why these things matter, or why a product or technique provides myself the grace that I need to get through a single day. And I hope that while we may stray from the new hot palette of the moment, from time to time, you'll stick around and maybe pick up something to help yourself or a loved one. All this to say, I'm working on building the life that allows me to live it to the fullest authentically. And I thank you so much for being here and continuing to build on an already amazing community of such gracious, beautiful people. I also want to give a massive thank you to those who have reached out and held this discussion with grace and support these past few months. It has made a tremendous difference in how things have progressed for me, and I'm looking to the future with such optimism. I'm excited for what 2024 will bring for myself and my channel, and here's to kicking off 2024 as authentically as I can. I'm going to take us out on a little bit lighter, less serious of a note. Thank you so much for being here. This is the finished look. I was kind of testing things out today, mainly the new Beauty Pie powder and their Serum concealer. I don't have thoughts. This is the first time I've used them. I did mix them with things that I have been using day to day that we haven't quite covered because I slipped them into my daily kit and didn't think to pull out the camera, but we'll cover what's in my daily kit again. I think I'll film that later this week and we'll just run through the changes and if there's anything that I want to take out or add. So I'll reserve judgment on these products until then. I will give you an update at that time. But thank you so much for being here. If you made it this far, you are indescribably important to me, and I can't thank you enough for being here and building on this lovely community. Like I said before, this year has been crazy, but I feel good kind of getting this off my chest and sharing with you because it felt inauthentic not to discuss this because it has greatly impacted, as I said, my ability to be present on YouTube and just in general, not just with YouTube, but in general. And it feels good to get this off my chest. We can now go into the next videos, wrapping up 2023, and now you have context into why all of that is impacted. And then also I've got some exciting plans for 2024. So I hope that you'll stick around for that. I also hope that you're taking care of yourself and you're going into this holiday season with an abundance of love and joy, but not just for other people, but for yourself. And that if you need it, you're taking the time during the holiday chaos to really take care of yourself, reinvest back into yourself so that you can give the best possible energy. And yeah, I hope you're taking care of yourself. Again, I can't say thank you enough for being here. And I'm happy to dive into any topic that touches on what we spoke about today. Let me know down below. It can be a Q&A. It can be one specific topic. Let me know. We'll see what the appetite is for it, but I hope that you're doing well. Thank you for allowing me the space to share my story. And let me know if you have a similar story down below. Just let's get the conversation going, you know? And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.